Welcome back. We are here with me, James Goy Jr., and my book, How to Attract Money Using Mind Power. We have come to chapter 18 in the book. The title of that chapter, Self-Image. Your self-image is basically your conscious and subconscious beliefs about yourself. Your self-image is what it sounds like. It's the image you hold of yourself. It's how you see yourself. It's what and who and how you believe yourself to be. I open the chapter with a quote by John K. Williams. And this book was published in 1964, this book of his. It's called The Wisdom of Your Subconscious Mind. And in that book, he wrote, "Your present situation, be it one of prosperity or poverty, of sickness or health, of self-confidence and social acceptance, or frustration and failure, is an exact reflection of your self-image." An exact reflection of your self-image. Maxwell Maltz, MD, in his 1960 Psycho-Cybernetics, wrote, "The self-image sets the boundaries of individual accomplishment." In other words, we cannot excel and attain beyond the levels that we see ourselves being able to excel and attain. In order to attract large amounts of money, or just more money, you need to have the self-image of a person who is capable of attracting more money and who is deserving of attracting more money. Capable, because if you do not see yourself as being capable, you will not exhibit the capacity to pull it off. You'll, stay at your basic level financially, or maybe with, small increases as you go along or whatever. And deserving, because if you have a feeling inside of you, some unresolved thing which has led you to feel that you don't deserve the good things in life, that you don't deserve to have more, that you don't deserve to have more money, then again, your self-image is not in alignment with what you consciously have decided you want to create, which we are assuming at this point is in part to have more money in your life, to have more financial resources. So, knowing that your self-image is to a large degree governing what you are able to do, regardless of what you want to do, it is a logical conclusion that if there were a way for you to change your self-image so that your self-image could be in alignment with the financial circumstances you're trying to bring about, that it would be in your best interest to do so, and that any rational, reasonable person would decide that that would be a good idea for them to do it. Your self-image does not depend, or should not depend, on anything outside of yourself. Not your job, your position, your social standing. It can include these factors, but it should not depend on any of them. And your self-image should rest on a strong spiritual foundation, one in which you are spiritually grounded, or at least one in which you feel that you are spiritually grounded. To change your self-image, you first want to know what it is. You want to find out through looking at yourself what it is you really believe about yourself now. Are you capable? Are you deserving? Are you a person that is just not meant to have money? Are you a person that doesn't really like money? How do you see yourself in relation to money? You need to know. You need to determine what your self-image is now, and a large part of that you want to look at is your self-image having anything to do in any way, shape, or form with money or financial matters. Once you've determined this, you want to accept it. You want to be honest with yourself, look at the situation, and if what you've determined is true, you want to accept the fact that, okay, this is how I am. I don't feel deserving, or I have these negative feelings about money. I'm not really sure I want it, because then I'll be a different person. Maybe I won't be a good person, or whatever. Be honest with yourself about what it is, your self-image, in relation to money. Then accept what you've determined. Then decide what you want your self-image to be. In other words, look at what it is you're trying to attain, the monetary numbers that you're trying to tally up, the ways perhaps that you have determined you may be able to get that money in all or part of it, and see if what you have determined is, where you need to make changes. Decide what works and what doesn't. Decide where you need to make changes, where you need to rework your self-image. Decide, based on what it is you want, what would a person's self-image have to be able to get that. You need to know this so that you can take the next step, which is changing your self-image around. And that leads you right back to the book, because you will use all the techniques you learned in the book, many of them. You will visualize yourself as the way you want to be. You will use affirmations to affirm your new self, your new abilities, your new qualities. You will think as if you are the person you want to be. You will come to feel as if. You will strive to speak as if and act as if you are the person you want to be. Your subconscious mind at some point will come to believe that you in fact are this person. And at that magic moment, you will be. Because then all of your thoughts, feelings, words, and actions will naturally flow from you. And they will be those words, actions, thoughts, and feelings of a person who has the self-image that you have determined you want to have based on the person you want to be. This is exciting stuff. You change your entire being when you change your self-image. And in return, if you design it that way, you get rich. Sound interesting? Does it sound like it's worth a try? I like to think that you'll think it does. Okay, see you next time.